thing?
I said it, but anyway,
Okay.
he is, has a personal issue going on, he might be a little late.
Okay, thank you. So item number 7, discussion and/or action on items withdrawn from the consent agenda, and that was item D, approve the development agreement with Cowtown Nutrition.
I sent everybody the corrected form. I don't know if you got a chance to read it, but the major changes was that they approved $9,500 for the project under the 50% under the business improvement grant for the city to contribute to the project. Turns out being $4,750. What you had in there was based off of $10,300 total cost, but they were able to knock $1,000 off the painting. And EDC recommended to go with the $9,500, providing that he gets all of the receipts and invoices into us before they start construction. Gets an affidavit from the property owner that he has his consent to do those improvements to the property. And the other thing was the tax certificate. Although, once we get those, then they would be able to start the project if the council's on board with approving the development agreement.
Have any further additional council comments to that?
Make a motion to approve the economic development agreement. Item D.
We have a motion and a second to approve the economic development agreement with Cowtown Nutrition as recommended by the Economic Development Corporation. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Move to item number 8, consider approval of memorandum of understanding for emergency sheltering at the River Oaks Community Center between CISD and the city.
I presented this to the city attorney to review. He made some recommendations. I forwarded over to the school district. This is in regarding to the community center being an emergency shelter for the school district. We've done this in the past, and they agreed to those changes that are highlighted in red, and they've even signed it already. So all we're needing is for the city council to approve the memorandum of understanding for the emergency shelter.
Does this work both ways? If the community center's the one damaged, is the school going to open something up for us?
They would, but we haven't done anything on it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of needs to be there.
Any further discussion on this one?
Move for approval on that emergency sheltering at the River Oaks Community Center between us and CISD.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the MOU between the city and CISD. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. That's good because I just signed it and handed it to Paul. So we're not in trouble with that. Item number 9, consider approval to extend, amend, modify, or issue subsequent orders in order to abate all substandard violations on the property at 1909 Yale Street from the November 22nd, 2022 council order that may include securing, vacating of occupants, removal, repairing, or demolition of structures in order to be brought into compliance with section 3.07.004 of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances 2020 as amended.
Jimmy Bradley was supposed to be here tonight. I don't see him in the audience. But I did talk to the title company, I think it was yesterday, and I put their response in front of you tonight of they're down to the very end of it. They think they'll have it done by the end of this week and no later than the first of next week. They were supposed to do a universal signing last night of the other remaining heirs, and once that was done, they would be ready to go forth with closing. As far as he has taken out all the permits, the new owner. He has done the outside and cleaned out the inside, but hasn't really gotten into abating the substandard issues, waiting for it to close. The issue is that the 30 days is up at this present time, whether you want to extend that. The deal was 30 days to get it before closing, to get it closed. That hasn't happened, although they're right on the brink of it happening, according to that comes straight from the title company.
And you talked to the title company?
Yes, I talked to Bonnie at the title company.
Okay.
So what is staff's recommendation?
Got a 30?
I'd say till the next meeting, say 15 days.
Okay.
I hate to give it a full 30, so.
Yeah, I don't wanna do full 30.
But they're gonna have to show up with a plan of action then.
They already got a plan of action. Yeah, we've already got it. Yes, sir?
Can I speak?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the mayor's job.
Yes, if you'll, we'll open it up, so if you'll come up and give your name and your address for the record.
You got 2 minutes.
Go ahead and come on up, so we got to...
Come on, Darren.
Hello, like anybody else.
Darren Houck, 1913 Yale. Thank you all.
Next door.
I'm just gonna let you know that they've done a lot of work on the outside. They have cleaned it up. It looks 100% better than it ever has since I lived next door. That's the good part. They've worked less days than they've not worked. So I think we need to be cautious about moving forward. If we're gonna keep extending, when he bought it, he knew it was condemned. He knew he was under a certain length of time, so I hope that we don't just continue to kick it down the road. The least he can do is show up every 15 days to tell us why he's not where he said he would be.
I agree with that, and I think if we do give him 15 days, I think it really needs to be stressed to him that next time he needs to be here. He's the one asking us.
15-day interval, but once he takes ownership, I think we can hold his feet to the fire.
Because they really haven't done, it looks better, but I mean, they've done cleanup. They haven't done anything to address the real issues there. And I understand, I wouldn't,
Yeah, I don't know.
personally, I wouldn't have started if I didn't own it myself, but anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I make a motion to give them 15 days to the next council meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to, so that is basically what we're doing at the last one, that we're approving a 15-day extension, but that's not...
You want to make it 14 because it'll match with the council.
Not 14.
Okay. So we're approving a 14-day, basically, extension on staff not enforcing that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And allowing it. So we have a motion and a second to allow the property at 1909 Yale Street another 14 days without enforcing the order, and to allow the property to be to get the additional permits and be brought out of substandard. I have no idea why words are disappearing from my head.
14 days to close.
14 days.
Yeah, 14 days to close.
To accommodate the closing. There we go. A motion and a second to do whatever I just said.
Marvin, did he call you, I'm sorry, did he call you to say why he's not here?
Did he what?
Did he call you to tell you why he wasn't gonna come today?
No, because he told me he was going to be here.
He just didn't show, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do have a motion and a second to extend that for 14 days to allow for the closing. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye. None opposed, motion carries.
We got an extra bulldozer we could kind of park out front of the place and maybe get the head.
With the timer?
Coming through that way.
Item number 10, discussion and/or action on Texas Emissions Reduction Program Equipment Replacement Rebate Grant through the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality for purchasing 2 new backhoes. See, if you get here late, you don't even get to get here and crank up the AC like I normally like to do, so.
That's what they were talking about before you got here.
We came prepared, and now we're all sweating under our jackets.
Good evening. What you have before you is our, they call it a TERP grant. What it is an extension of the previous grant in which we went after with our trash trucks and sweeper. This is just a brand